Hello guys, today I'm going to read about Ukraine, written by Rennie Mitchell. Focus question. What makes Ukraine a unique and interesting country? Welcome to Ukraine. Ukraine became an independent country in 1991, making it one of the youngest countries in the world. Yet it has a long, fascinating history because of its rich soil. One of the world's first civilization to practice agriculture developed there more than 5,000 years ago. Some of the castles and cities you can visit in Ukraine today has been standing for more than 1,000 years. Due to its location, various emperors fought to control it for centuries. Today, the cultural influence of these emperors can be seen in Ukraine's art, cuisine, and architecture. From delicious food to medieval castles and lively music festivals, there's so much to see and experience in Ukraine. The land. Ukraine is the largest city that is located entirely in Europe. Russia is larger, but it spans Europe and Asia. It's twice the size of Italy, but slightly smaller than the state of Texas. Ukraine shares borders with 7 countries: Belarus, Hungary, Moldova, Poland, Romania, Russia, and Slovakia. The country is also bordered by the Black Sea and the Sea of Aral in the south. The Dnieper, Ukraine's largest river, runs through the middle of the country, from Belarus and the north to the Black Sea. To the south of Ukraine is the Saraman Peninsula, which is connected to the mainland by an 8-kilometer, 5-mile strip of land. Besides the Carpathian Mountains in the west and the Sherman Mountains on the peninsula, most on Ukraine is flat. Summers are often warm and humid, while winters are cold and dry. The fertile soil and mild weather of the country plains make the land ideal for growing wheat. Because of this, Ukraine is sometimes referred to as the breadbasket of Europe. Wheat, corn, sunflowers, potatoes, and sugar beets are some of the main crops grown there. The people. Although Ukraine is twice the size of Italy, it has about 70 million fewer people. More than 2/3 of the country's population lives in cities. Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, is the largest city. Nearly 3 million people live there. Most people in the country are native Ukrainians, with Russian making up the next largest group. Ukrainians are the part of the ethnic groups called slaves. People primarily from Central and Eastern Europe who speak a Slavic language. Most people in Ukraine speak Ukrainian. Many other languages are spoken as well, including Russian, Polish, and Yiddish, a language spoken by some Jewish people in Europe. Today, Ukrainian is the official language of the country, but that wasn't always the case. In fact, at various times throughout the country's history, the language was banned in schools, churches, teachers, and other public institutions. For a while, it was been even against the law to publish books in Ukrainian or give babies Ukrainian names. Ukrainian became the country's official language once again in 1989. History. Humans have lived in Ukraine since prehistoric times. In the 8th century BC, around 2,750 years ago, groups of people from what is now Iran settled in the plains. In the following centuries, Greece established colonies along the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. Around the same time, Slavs were migrating from their homeland north of the Carpathian Mountains to settle throughout the region. They built settlements that later developed into important centers for business and politics. Kyiv grew up one of these early settlements. By the 11th century CE, the slaves had joined with the Vikings invaders from Scandinavia and formed a powerful kingdom called Kievan Rus. It was the largest empire in Europe at the time. The emperor resigned when the Mongols arrived from the Central Asia and attacked the kingdom in the 1200s. Lithuania then took control of most of the Ukraine in the 1300s. In the late 1500s, Poland invaded Ukraine. The Polish forced most Ukrainians to become serfs, farmers who were obligated to work on land they didn't own. Serfs had little wealth or power. Angry over this situation, the serfs rebelled in the 1600s. They formed a military force called the Cossacks and asked for Russia's help in defeating the Polish. The Cossacks ran independent from Poland, but by the late 1700s, Russia has gained control of nearly all the Ukraine. It was during the time that use of the Ukrainian language was prohibited. By 1922, Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union, the largest country to ever exist. It included what are now the celebrated countries of Lithuania, Belarus, Russia, and Moldova, among many others. The Soviet Union broke apart in 1991, and Ukraine declared its independence. That year, the country elected its first president, Leonid Kravchuk. The Chernobyl disaster in 1986, explosion at a nuclear power station in Chernobyl, released radioactive material into the air. Radioactive materials give off a form of energy called radiation, which can be dangerous to living creatures in high amounts. Wind carried the radioactive material as far as the west as France and Italy, exposing hundreds of thousands of people and millions of acres of land to harmful radiation. Following the accident, thousands of people were forced to leave their homes. The government made it illegal to come within 30 kilometers, 18 miles, of the nuclear power station because the land, water, and air had become radioactive. The radiation has also caused deformities, misshapen or abnormal body parts, in animals born near to the site. To this day, no people live there because the land and animals are still radioactive. Landmarks. Ukraine has many incredible landmarks, both natural and human-made. It has more than 45 national parks, including the Carpathian National Nature Park, which was established in 1980 to protect the landscapes of the Carpathian Mountains. Mount Hoverla, the tallest mountain in Ukraine, is there. Another popular park is the Oleshky Sands National Nature Parks in the South Ukraine, which contains 1,620 square kilometers, 625 square miles of sand dunes. That's twice of the size of Kyiv. Ukraine is home to many castles, palaces, monasteries, and cathedrals. One popular destination for visitors in the Kyiv Picturesque Lavra, also known as the Kiev Monastery of Kiev. The monastery is one of the Ukraine's 7 World Heritage Sites, place considered important to world history. It was founded in 1051. 1051 CE. Beneath it lies caves and catacombs, underground burial sites, which contains important religious relics, as well as the body of monks mummified as preserved in glass coffins. Another important Ukrainian landmark is the Khotin fortress located in Khotin. Khotin fortress located in Khotin, one of the oldest towns in Ukraine. The structure, originally made of wood, was probably built in the early 11th century. Though different rulers have added to it over the time. It's one of the oldest preserved fortifications structure built to defend an area against the attack in Eastern Europe. This is probably because of the wall nearly 6 meters, 20 feet, thick and over 40 meters, 130 feet high was added to it in the 1400s, making it strong enough to withstand cannon fire. The fortress is one of more than 5,000 fortifications in Ukraine. Ukraine's Tunnel of Love. One of the most popular places to visit in Ukraine is the Tunnel of Love, a 4-kilometer, 2.5-mile natural tunnel that surrounds a train of track in the city of Kliven. Trees were planted on either sides of the tracks in the 1940s to hide trains heading to an army base. Over the time, the trees' branches form arches across the tracks. Today, the tunnel's beauty draws visitors from all over the world. Celebration. Ukraine has many celebrations throughout the year. One of the most important is the Independence Day on August 24th. Okay, so now we'll discover the Independence Day on August 24th. Unlike in Vietnamese, which is 9, which is at September 2nd, and the United States, which is July 4th. This holiday marks the day Ukraine declared independence from the Soviet Union in 1991. It is celebrated in cities throughout the country with concerts, festivals, and parades. Like many countries, Ukraine also has holidays to celebrate the season. One is Ivan Kopala Day, which marks the beginning of the summer. There are many traditions associated with this holiday, including dancing around a bonfire, making wildfire wreaths, and bathing in lakes. Mas- Masliana is a week-long holiday celebrating the end of the winter and the arrival of spring. Many traditional dishes eaten during this week are made with cheese and butter. Two of the most popular dishes are vareniki, or dumplings, and pancakes. Long ago, people believed that the more fun they had during the holiday, the more successful the following years would be. So it is often celebrated with a lot of music, entertainment, and food. Conclusion: Ukraine is home to incredible landscapes, beautiful architecture, and vibrant cities that attract millions of visitors each year. The country has a long, sometimes difficult history because it was ruled by many different and emperors and rulers for centuries before finally gaining its independence. But throughout Ukraine history, its people maintained their language and culture. Even today, annual celebration keeps centuries-old tradition alive, from stunning national parks to joyful festivals. The country of Ukraine has a lot to offer. Okay, so that's enough for today's video, and yeah,
Good job.
see you guys later.